Welcome everyone to homecoming night here at Muscatine Community Stadium. It is first football game of the fall season, and we are in full-on fall weather as the new field turf at Muscatine Community Stadium being put to the test. I'm Joel Kraushaar here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. The rain is coming down, and Cedar Falls has traveled down I-380 to Muscatine for this homecoming showdown. I'm Joel Kraushaar along with my partner Ben Nietzel here this evening. Homecoming festivities always exciting. Some homecoming connective tissue between these teams, and we'll touch on that here in just a second. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back to break this one down. It's homecoming football on Pearl City Media and the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app. Card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
And welcome back to Muscatine Community Stadium. It is a rainy Friday night here in Muscatine, Iowa for the homecoming game between the Muscatine Muskies, who are 0-4, against the 3-1 Cedar Falls Tigers. And Ben, this is an uncommon opponent for the Muskies. Haven't played this team, I don't know, in a long time. It's an exciting draw for homecoming, although it's a highly quality opponent for the Muskies.
Yeah, we did play them. Was it 6-7 years ago? I think we had to travel up to the Dome and play. I think it was the first round of playoffs, and they did the expanded playoffs and got beat. But yeah,
was that the Barkley Hill iteration of the Tigers? He was a linebacker, running back for them.
Oh, no idea, Joel. Good question. Most likely, but I have no idea. But so that we did play them then. But other than that, we don't usually play these guys. Obviously, 2 hours away, and going to the 5A has made a difference on that. But yeah, big game and an uncommon opponent. That's a good way to put it.
And the Muskies are led tonight by junior quarterback Landon Batty with 281 passing yards on 39 completions. He's juxtaposed to Hunter Jacobson, son of UNI men's basketball coach Ben Jacobson. The senior quarterback for the Tigers has 571 yards passing. He's also their leading rusher with 241 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, rushing 5 touchdowns, passing. And their receiving leader is Trey Campbell, a senior wide receiver, 15 catches for 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. Campbell also matriculating to your alma mater, Ben, the University of Northern Iowa, to play basketball for Ben Jacobson. And then Riley Barnett, state qualifier at 170 pounds in wrestling. Their leading tackler also plays some running back for Cedar Falls. So some highly skilled athletes in the skill positions for Cedar Falls, and Muscatine has a challenge ahead of them tonight.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, obviously you talk to high school coaches, especially football, they want guys that play a lot of different sports, do a lot of different things, and so Cedar Falls, that's kind of the expectation, and they got some very talented kids out there. Be interesting to see them play here and see what they can do, and what these different kids bring to the field.
Some other those non-specialized athletes, some athletes who play multiple sports for the Muskies. Ty Kozad, the sophomore running back, leading rusher for the Muskies, 65 carries for 154 yards, and then Nolan Raker, the all-purpose H-back, tight end, running back. Might even see him throw a pass a time or two. The 6'5". All-purpose player for the Muskies, 20 receptions for 118 yards, also 70 rushing yards on the year. He has a touchdown catch and a touchdown run on the season. Muskies will lean heavily on that senior.
Yeah, and obviously, Cedar Falls will look to take him away in the passing game, so I'm sure Coach Hawkins wants to come out, get the get the running game going, try to loosen up those defensive backs and commit those linebackers to the run stop. I assume Cedar Falls come out in a 4-3 and try to pressure Muscatine that way. And then if you can get those guys loosened up, that's when you can use Raker down the field.
We'll break this one down a little bit more for you after this break on the Muscatine Power and Water pregame show.
Something like that.
Welcome back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar along with my partner Ben Nietzel. It's the Muscatine Power and Water pregame show. It's homecoming night here in Muscatine, and it's not just homecoming for many people in the stands and for the community. It's homecoming for one of the assistant coaches for Cedar Falls, former Muskie head coach Jake Mueller, making his return to Muscatine in his second year with the Tigers. And Ben, Coach Mueller, someone you worked with for a long time, someone you know quite well. It's an exciting day. The stadium, something he always was hoping to see happen, and it's come to fruition.
Yeah, I would say worked for, right? He was the head coach, and I was just a peon down there in the sophomore land. So, I'm sure Jake's excited to be back and see the turf and see the stadium. Obviously, it's, bittersweet for him, I'm sure, and it's a little soon. I think I'd spoken to him, and maybe it was a little bit soon to have to come and play the Muskies. And it's interesting, these guys that are seniors this year were sophomores when he was the head coach of the program. So definitely a lot of guys out there in purple tonight that are going to remember Coach Mueller and that he's also going to remember. So it'll be very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of butterflies for him this evening.
Well, and he returned home. Cedar Falls is home for Jake, where he grew up and graduated from and played for and coached with the legendary Pat Mitchell, the late legendary Pat Mitchell, a stalwart in the Iowa high school coaching community. And we're just excited to see this game tonight as the captains take midfield for the coin toss. That brings us to our Coach K's keys of the game, brought to you by Bear of Muscatine. Limit explosive plays, Ben. One of the things that has kind of hurt Muscatine in a couple of these games is some big chunk plays. Defensively, they really want to limit the Cedar Falls offense, who averages 15.7 yards per completion. They want to limit those big plays from the Tiger offense and also establish the run. Well, something that Muscatine hasn't been able to do the last couple weeks is get the running game going. Just 2.7 yards per carry for the Muskie offense. And then triple action protection is what I'm calling this, and that's protect the quarterback so Landon Batty can get the ball down the field into his receivers, protect the football, win the turnover game, and then number 3, protect field position, make Cedar Falls have to drive the length of the field. I think the Muscatine can do those things, which it may be a tall ask, I don't know, but those are some fundamental building blocks for success tonight.
Yeah, I think that all makes sense. I know that Coach Hawkins, I'm sure, would take a look at that list and say, yeah, we feel very good about our chances if we're doing those things for sure.
Yeah, and I know it's easier said than done, but those are the goals that you can set forth as the coin toss has taken place. Trying to figure out what the captains have decided. The captains for the Muskies tonight. Again, the Muskies with a few injured players this evening, but Nolan Raker, one of the captains tonight, along with number 8, Connor Christensen. It's good to see Connor out there at the coin toss.
Brock Garrison's also out there, Joel, as well as Nathan Beatty are your captains for tonight's homecoming game for the Muskies.
So the captains doing their thing, and we are about ready to go underway here as the Muskie Marching Band preparing to take the field. We're going to take another quick 30-second break, and we'll be back for the national anthem.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar. It's homecoming night at Muscatine, along with my partner Ben Nietzel, as the mighty Muskie Marching Band takes the field for the pregame show. Remember, the Marching Band has their home invitational on Saturday, October 9th, here at Muscatine Community Stadium. You can come out and see many, many marching bands perform on this turf for the evening. That begins at 5:15 on October 9th. We'll turn our mics down. We'll let you listen to the band as they take the field. One of the things, though, Ben, I know you saw this, I'm sure. Cedar Falls has had quite the journey to get here 3-1, but they were taken to the wire. They took Cedar Rapids Prairie to the wire. They were down late and had one of the more amazing plays that I have seen in high school football recently. Cedar Rapids Prairie, again, there's 22 seconds left on the clock. And as we hit play here on this video,
shotgun snap.
You'll
left
see.
Side. They were looking for the broken ladder.
Throws it out to
it's
Campbell,
successful.
who then hooks his ladders it back to the receiver.
Oh my gosh! This might work. Back to Jacobson. 30-yard line, 40-yard line, down the sideline. 40, 35, 30, down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line.
And then 2 plays later, Cedar Falls, who had timeouts, was able to score the game-winning touchdown. You know, that's just how they drew it up. I mean, those are those emergency trick plays that you hope you never have to run. And I know that my experience coaching with Coach Mueller as well, or for Coach Mueller as well, those are fun plays that you never think you're going to use, and it worked to perfection there. That's an exciting thing for these high school kids to have happen.
Yeah, you get to the end, you need to have something. You got to have some in the old bag of tricks. We like to call those the exotics.
Well, we see some of those tonight from Muscatine, you think. You got nothing to lose.
Sure. I mean, if the opportunity calls, you know, you don't want to pull out the exotics if it's not the time, because that's a good way to look foolish. But yeah, I'm sure Coach Hawkins has a couple things dialed up just in case, and hopefully we'll get a chance to maybe see something like that happen here.
And now we will stand and we will pause here as the Muscatine Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star say?
And I was incorrect. We had singers tonight for the national anthem, and I didn't catch their name, so I apologize for that. But fantastic job at the Muskie students with the national anthem. Homecoming game's been always an interesting one because the week is chock full of activities for the student athletes, not just practice. It's always kind of a relief to finally get to the game and just actually get to focus on the one thing, which is football.
Yeah, a lot of distractions for the team. A lot of practices cut short. You got a parade on Thursday night. You got some other things going on. So definitely always feel a little bit leery going into the homecoming game because your kids are maybe a little overexcited, a little overjacked. And that can cause some mistakes. But it's also exciting. It's a nice celebration for the school pride. People come back. So great crowd out here tonight despite the rain. No doubt interesting to see, Coach Mueller come back and also have just a nice homecoming night. And I see some familiar faces here from the past in the stands tonight.
Looking at the lights, it looks like the rain is starting to slow down a little bit. So hopefully it'll dry off in time for game time. And with this turf, we're not going to have to worry about slippery footing as much tonight. So that is a real plus. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. I'll be back as the Muskies take the field.
RIVO has expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
And welcome back. It is homecoming night here in the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It is the Muscatine Power and Water pregame show. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff as we prepare for the Muskies to take the field. The Cedar Falls Tigers have taken the field as the visiting team, 3-1 coming into this ball game. They lost to Johnston in week 1. Then they defeated Cedar Rapids Prairie as well as Dubuque Senior. And Waterloo West and Ankeny Centennial is who they have defeated this year so far. Then the Muskies lost last week 42-10 to Pleasant Valley. They were defeated at Bettendorf 27-6 the week prior. And then 42-7 defeated by Iowa City West and then Linmar as the Muskies take the field for this homecoming night. It is Mason Crabtree leading the Muskies on the field with the spear as we prepare for kickoff. Now, Ben, what is your preference? Would you rather get the defense on the field first or offense on the field first, or is it situational in your mind?
It can be a little situational if you think you've got an advantage one way or another, but generally, all things equal, I like to defer. I like to get the ball, and I got the ball coming out in the second half. You never know on that first offensive series anyway. Again, like I talked about a few minutes ago, kids are, especially at this level, a little overhyped, a little overexcited. Easy for quarterbacks to force balls in or throw it a little bit too far. Easy for offensive linemen to jump off sides. I like to get on defense and try to shut them down.
As we see these two teams take the field.
Although if I was a defensive coordinator and I had to get up into the press box, I kind of like to go on offense first because I could take my time.
That is fair. Much easier to get up into this press box than it used to be, though. Straight shots to the doorways.
No trampling blankets.
As the teams ceremoniously meet at midfield. The coin toss has already taken place, is our understanding.
So we just saw the band there, Joel. Your kid pick up an instrument. I know they started that at school.
Yes, we are a trumpet playing family.
Oh, great! We got some kind of stupid euphonium or
euphonium. It's the euphonium. It's not stupid either.
Listen, it's the biggest instrument she could have picked. I don't understand what we're doing here. I can barely get it in my trunk. I might have to leave a kid at home next time just to transport the thing. Unbelievable. I don't know why we can't do a flute or a clarinet or maybe the triangle.
Triangle would be in that percussion family, so.
We rented it, so hope springs eternal.
we went out and bought the trumpet. We're all in on it. So, and away we go. I was hoping that the French horn would be the choice since I already own one of those from my band days, but we were not so lucky.
I don't think kazoo was an option. That was really the extent of our musical library at home.
Oh, we have a plethora of musical instruments in my house, so. What's one more?
Fair enough. Looks like the Muskies will be receiving here to start the game. So nice, get a chance to get on offense. Hopefully put some drives together, as you said, change that field position, either come away with points or come away with Cedar Falls starting deep in their own territory.
Braden Lane and Mason Crabtree back deep for the Muskies. Lane with a kickoff return for touchdown this year, and Crabtree equally as dangerous from their deep back position. The Muskies in the home purple, Tigers in their visiting red and white. That kick is up, and it's going to land in play. Crabtree takes it at the 3, makes a man miss at the 10, tries to get outside, and he is tackled down by the kicker. And the Muskies will start just shy of their 20-yard line.
Yeah, not always as shocking in the high school level as it is at the college and pros. A lot of times your kicker will be a pretty darn good athlete, but
yeah.
Nice play to contain there. Mason looked like he might have a little edge, and we know how explosive he can be on the kicks.
Yeah, Jake Holstein, the kicker for the Tigers. Batty and the Muskies start on offense at their own 19-yard line. They give us to Kozad, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. That Cedar Falls defensive front not giving the Muskies any breathing room.
No, a little bit of gain there. Kind of feel out each other, see what we got going on here. A little 4-down lineman from Cedar Falls. As you can see, looks like 3 linebackers behind him. They're rolling a guy up, a safety up, so now you got cover 3. You'll notice the corners playing off. They'll have deep third responsibility.
The penalty against the Muskies. So 5-yard penalty as procedure.
5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 16.
Up front for the Muskies is Brock Garrison, Sergio Becerra. Number 73, Zach Stolzfus at center. Evan Frankie also up front for the Muskies, and that give is for no gain, so it'll make it 3rd and 12 now, or 3rd and 14, excuse me.
Brought down by number 33.
So that penalty really detrimental to the Muscatine.
Yeah, you just can't have it. You know, not even during the course of play. Just procedure call, killer for you.
Empty backfield as Batty now brings Kozad in motion. And the wet ball slips out of his hands, and they ruled an incomplete pass.
Interesting there. Muskies went empty backfield. Cedar Falls stayed in their cover 3. Be interesting to see if Coach Hawkins feels like maybe he's got something going there later on in the game.
So the incomplete pass will make it 4th and 14, and the Muskie punt team will come on the field. Back deep for the Tigers is Trey Campbell, and then Caleb Rasty is about 15 yards in front of him. Shaded towards the Tiger sideline. Snap, little low. That might have gotten tipped.
Little low, little slow, Joel. Got to get that ball out of there just a little bit quicker.
The blocked punt on this rainy night gives the Tigers great field position inside their own 20-yard line at the Muskie 16. The only silver lining to that blocked punt is that it did still carry a little bit and did not go back into the end zone for the opportunity for a recovery.
Yeah.
Jacobson in the shotgun for Cedar Falls.
This might be a bronze lining. Little motion across the formation here.
Campbell in motion. They swing it out to Campbell. And Aiden Lopez.
Great tackle.
Another great tackle. Picking up right where he left off last week.
Yeah, nice job of disengaging, coming up, and making sure he gets contact on the guy, taking him down. Like to see a little bit more cloth grabbing there, but got the job done.
Make it 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line. Jacobson now comes under center.
Bringing the wing into motion back to the fullback.
Sorensen motions into the eye. That give is to number 27, Jacob Keeler. And he powers his way in for the touchdown.
A little too easy there, Joel. They bring the full. You got the fullback and the halfback coming to the defensive right. You got to get more flow from your linebackers there. The fullback's able to chip out the outside linebacker, and there's just nobody else to fill that hole. You got to have a Mike linebacker screaming up there and making that play, cutting him down.
And Jake Holstein on now for the extra point. Nolan North with the hold. And that kick is up and good. So we'll take a quick break as the Cedar Falls Tigers take a 7-0 lead on the Muscatine Muskies.
RIVO has expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
And welcome back. It's first quarter action as the Muscatine Muskies trail Cedar Falls 7-0. I'm Joel Kraushaar with my partner Ben Nietzel on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, presented by RIVO Plumbing and Heating, Let's Eat Catering, Muscatine Community Y, and Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Huge shout out to Brooke Wagler, the manager of Affordable Metal Manufacturing, on welcoming their baby girl yesterday into the world. Congratulations to the Waglers. As Holstein kicks off for Cedar Falls. Mason Crabtree fields it at the 5-yard line. And good coverage there from Cedar Falls special teams unit, swallowing him up just over the 15.
Kind of did a little hesitation there to reassess where he wanted to go, and wasn't enough time to make that decision. The option ended up being down.
So 1st and 10. Cedar Falls really really lane disciplined on that kickoff.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Mason continues to look dangerous, but just hasn't been able to find that gap.
Raker in motion. They fake it to Raker, and then Kozad's got some space.
Nice.
Stiff arm into the open field. Cross the 30-yard line. And a first down run, a gain of about 13 on that for the sophomore.
Big confidence booster for the Muskies there. Really nice play. Able to get to the edge, make a nice little stiff arm to make a guy miss and keep rolling.
Shows the physicality. Kozad, a strong runner with a good stiff arm.
A little tempo out of the Muskies trying to push the pace here.
Now Raker comes in motion. Batty making an adjustment. They give it to Kozad off left tackle. Short gain on first down. Looked like there was more there than what he got. That was a nice tackle. Number 61. Ben Burleson with the tackle from his defensive tackle spot.
Cedar Falls showing pressure. Now they're going to back out of it. Kind of a 4-4 cover 3 look from them.
That pass is intercepted. And
that's just the inexperience there. Our guy flashed open, but really that ball was going to have to go through 3 Cedar Falls defenders if that was going to be a completion. So
Jordan Hepner, the linebacker, with the interception, tackled by Paul Henry.
Nice job just sitting there, dropping into space, and then the ball was up for offering, able to grab it, and the linebacker makes a nice play on the ball.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 22 for Cedar Falls, the Muskie 22. As the Tigers come out for their second offensive possession. Twins receivers to the right with a wing tight end who shuffles across the formation.
Shift by the Muskie defense.
Jacobson back to pass. He gets it out. That's number 17, Caden Jansen, the future Upper Iowa Peacock.
Jacobson's pass is complete to number 17.
So I'll make it 2nd and 3.
I like Coach Hawkins' defense there, playing some games. You kind of see, a little pre-snap shift there, so they're going to line up into some gaps and show Cedar Falls one thing, and then as they start getting in their snap count, shift over to another gap and change up with those offensive linemen, where they have to go, who they have to block.
Uncovered receiver up top. Now the Muskies adjust. Hardy finds Jansen as Aiden Sorensen goes in motion. This is the give to Keeler, who Hardy comes up hard from his cornerback position and holds him to the third down. Good tackle from both corners tonight.
Great job there by Hardy to come up, disengage from his man, come up, make the play. Cedar Falls had done a nice job of sealing the inside pressure. Corner had to make a play, and he did. Great job.
So they'll make it 3rd and 1. Sorensen at the fullback position. Jacobson under center.
Showing the sneak here. Mueller loves the sneak.
Here's the quarterback sneak. But there, Jacobson breaks the tackle, and now he's loose in the secondary. And he's tackled at the 5-yard line. Jacobson showing you how dangerous a runner he is. That's one of the dangers when you load up against that sneak. If they get past that first level, there's no one behind.
Sure, but you'd think you'd have the A-gap covered there. Well, give me 1+1 there in the special game we're playing tonight. Guess Jake Mueller's play calls. Well, that wasn't a tough one. I understand that. You got to start off easy here. Don't want to pull a hamstring.
Jacobson in shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left.
See if they do a little read here out of the pistol. Or shotgun, sorry, right.
Tight end in motion. High snap that's given to Keeler. He's wrestled down inside. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Tigers. Beatty with the tackle.
You can see there that was the read play, so he's just checking that backside end. If he crashes, quarterback's going to pull that ball and try to run it himself. If he stays home like he should, you're going to give that ball to the running back and see what they can get.
Now Sorensen trades to the other side, the short side of the formation. Now Jacobson rolls out, and that's broken up. Paul Henry, nice job. That
excellent
looked like an
defense.
illegal formation, actually, Ben. The offensive tackle on our side of the field was not covered up. But it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 3.
I couldn't tell if they had an ineligible receiver to the other side if they were trying to do that, but
under center comes Jacobson.
maybe go for the sneak here. Worked so well before.
Just give us the Keeler off left tackle, and he goes in untouched for the touchdown. Cedar Falls takes a 13-0 lead pending extra point.
Muskie's just a little deep on that. You got your normal position. You're playing 4 or 5 yards deep. You want to be able to flow as a linebacker, but you got to ratchet that up just a little bit when you get down to the 2-yard line, because right there you had some linebackers stepping up to make tackles. It was too late. He's already in pay dirt.
Jake Holstein on for the extra point. Good snap, good kick. And the extra point is good. We'll take another short break, and we'll be back with more Muskie football in the first quarter on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We are looking for a 0-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a 0-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At First National Bank.
And welcome back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. 5:28 to go here in the first quarter. And Cedar Falls leads Muscatine 14-0.
Joel, let's appreciate the 1985 kickoff 3-point stance start from the Tigers there. What a tremendous throwback.
As Crabtree takes it to 5, gives him that advantage, that head start.
Just glad they're not all holding hands down there going running down the field.
Tradition. It's tradition. Can you not run up anymore on the kickoff? Do they have to be stationary until the ball is kicked? Is that one of the rule changes?
I think so, but I don't
maybe
know.
that's the impetus of it. Get them locked and loaded, that spring ready to fire out.
Could be.
First and 10.
Looked like it was missing
a
couple neck rolls is all.
You got to have some neck rolls.
So we'll see here. Muscatine had, until the interception, nice big run. We'll see if they, they got the right side of the field the offensive, left is wide here. They might try to run something out this way again and see if they can have some more success.
We've seen some holes from this offensive line. That give us to Kozad, and he bounces out off the right side, and he's spun down after a gain of about 7.
Nice little play there.
Big to get those kind of runs on first down.
Absolutely, and Ty's kind of making something out of that too, where that play is really designed, it looked like, to hit up the A gap. He's able to bounce it. He sees a little bit of a hole. His linemen keep blocking for him, and turns into a very nice first down gain. This is where you want to be as an offensive coordinator.
2nd and 3. Batty bobbles the snap, but Kozad's able to pick it up.
And this is where you do not want to be as an offensive coordinator, and that is 3rd and 7.
Unfortunate bobbled exchange there for the Muskie quarterback.
Yeah, ball's a little slick, just hit his hand, looked kind of like ping pong paddles, went straight down. Nice job by Kozad to recover the ball. Keep you alive here. See what you can pull out on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 6 for the Muskies, just under 5 minutes to play. Landon Batty, the junior quarterback for Muscatine, trying to spur this offense along. Matt Keener checks in at wide receiver, along with Paul Henry and Raker split out wide right.
Trips to the right. Little confusion by Cedar Falls.
And good read there from the secondary as the Muskies tried to set up a screen.
Yeah, that outside screen, little slow to develop. Somebody's got to be responsible for blocking that defensive back. You can't just let him tee off on your stud like that. That's trouble.
Owen Denholm sniffed that out, the linebacker for the Tigers. And now the last time the Muskies punted, Cedar Falls was able to get a hand on it. See if Batty can get it off. Much better kick.
Oh, hit somebody here maybe. Nope.
Checks up and checks out. It'll be Cedar Falls ball just on the Muscatine side of the 50-yard line at the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. So a little bit trade of field position there. It'll be the worst field position of the night for Cedar Falls. As Jacobson and company take the field, Eastern Iowa Power Washers bringing you Muskie Football, along with Hy-Vee and Muscatine Lawn and Power. And if you're watching at home here in Muscatine, you can head on down to the Almost Friday Fest and check out the Arty's Ice Cream and Grill food truck down on the Muscatine Riverfront.
Was that last night?
They're doing a whole weekend of it. So there's tonight and tomorrow as well. As Sorensen is wide open in the seam and a touchdown for Cedar Falls. Some confusion on the back end for the Muskies. Sorensen released from his tight end spot for a 47-yard touchdown strike from Jacobson.
Well, and they had him split out actually into trips there, Joel, to our side. And I don't know, we must not have got adjusted and just didn't have somebody covering that seam, but should have been somebody running deep with him. Nice pass, though. Very nice pass, nice catch, way to run it in, but a little bit of a defensive breakdown by the Muskies.
Hunter Jacobson, the 6'1", 170-pound quarterback. Holstein on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and we'll take another short break as the Tigers lead 21-0 over the Muscatine Muskies.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see hustler quality for yourself.
And welcome back as Cedar Falls prepares to kick off. Crabtree and Lane back deep for the Muskies.
Now, see, they're moving. They're doing that because they want to.
And that kick finds the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. So the Muskies will take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10, big drive here for the Muskies. Need to try to get some points here, Ben. I know that sounds Dan Faucian from the movie The Waterboy, but they got to score.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put some stuff together here. This is, you don't want to say do or die in the first quarter, but really get some positive momentum going here.
First and 10.
Little pro eye here on the Muskies.
Batty gives it to Recker from the fullback position. And Nolan Raker held to no gain, maybe a short gain on first down.
Yeah, the line's got to help him out a little bit. Those quick hitters there, you've got to get step and get some push on those guys. And then, Nolan can hit the pile and continue to help move it. But if that pile is stationary when he comes in there, doesn't matter how big you are, that's pretty tough order.
20-yard line, no gain. Second and 10.
Kozad and Raker in the backfield again for the Muskies in the I formation. Back to pass as Batty's trying to throw the fade intended for Henry and incomplete. So third and 10.
Third and 10.
From the 20, 3:04 to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Cedar Falls so far.
Yeah, I like that call there. I mean, I think you can't just run the ball every down. Of course, you get the interception early and you get a little bit scary and skittish about the passing game, but you've got to pass a little bit. You've got to get these defenders loosened up a little bit so you can get your run going.
Ace formation here, single back, Batty under center, play action. There's the middle screen set up to Raker, but again, sniffed out by the Tiger defensive front. Nice play again by number 61, Ben Burleson for the Tigers.
Yeah, great play by that kid. He stays home, stays patient, doesn't try to rush. I like Muscatine did a nice little deal there where instead of just having the quarterback run backwards, there's a real obvious screen giveaway. He's sprinting out a little bit to his left, kind of looking like a scramble. Ben Burleson, unfortunately, stays home and stops what would have been a big play by the Muskies.
Batty back to punt. Just gets it off. And the short up back, able to catch it and tackled immediately by Henry.
Nice job to get the kickoff under pressure. Really, guys were streaming in. He kept his composure, got a decent kick. And then, great tackle by Henry. Timed it up real well and able to put a little bit of a lick on that guy.
So now it's first and 10 from the 46 of the Muskies as the Tiger offense comes out. 2:22 to play here in the first quarter. Jacobson in shotgun. Jansen wide right.
Feels like they'll try to air it out again on us here. We'll see.
Campbell in the slot to the top of the formation. He comes in motion. They throw the shovel to Campbell. And Luke Hardy forces him out of bounds. We have a flag on the play. I'm guessing that's in the vicinity of holding. And it is holding against Cedar Falls.
Nice job by Mason Crosby, too. He doesn't get the tackle, but he does a good job coming up from his outside linebacker position and stretching that play. Instead of overcommitting and trying to penetrate up and make a play and missing, he just stretches it. That allows the defense to catch up and for the offense to run out of the sideline.
That'll make it first and about 19 as the infraction happened about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. And so Cedar Falls now back on their own side of the 50 for the first time offensively today. As Jacobson's under center, I formation, Sorensen to fullback. That's the give to Carter Ernst, and he shakes a tackle. Paul Henry unable to bring him down. And now Ernst dancing on the sideline, forced out. But a gain of 24 on 1st and 19 for Carter Ernst.
Well, and just missed tackles. I mean, that's a tough one for a defensive coordinator there. You got a chance to tackle him for no gain, maybe a short loss. Then you got a chance to tackle him where it's still going to bring up a 3rd and 10 and don't get either. Kid makes a nice individual effort, picks up a first down. A little bit of a power eye look there, right, Joel? I mean, they had the two flankers were both on the line of scrimmage. They had a 3rd guy in the backfield. Now we're back out to a more traditional trips here. Pass.
And swing out to Campbell. Turns the corner and is able to be forced out finally by Henry. We do have a flag. This one, I think, is coming against the Tigers as well.
If you had an illegal man downfield, but that ball was behind line of scrimmage, so it can't be that.
I'm thinking it's an illegal block in the back or a hold. Hold. One of the receivers grasping a little too much cloth on the edge. And so the Muskies catch another break with a penalty, and that'll make it 1st and 11.
Sometimes when you get out that wide, you just wish you get the kids coach up and say, hey, if you miss the block, just let him go. Let our guy have a chance to maybe dodge by him. Or
make a move in space.
You know. Slot to the defensive right here. Going to bring him in motion.
Jacobson a little high for Jansen. Thrown to the wide side of the field.
Well, and they can, they can see there they've got that corner. Muskie's got the corner bailing out, trying not to get beat deep. Fair enough. So you just run a little hitch to that top side. That running back's going to, or that receiver's going to run a little 7-yard stem, plant his foot, come back to the ball wide open. Just couldn't quite connect with the quarterback.
So much length on the outside for this Tiger team. Trey Campbell, 6'4", 168. Jansen, 6'5", 174. Those are some big high school receivers.
Well, that's a good point. I suppose he really did miss him. Missed him pretty bad.
Sorensen, 6'3", 205 at tight end. Here's the give to Ernst. He cuts back. Good pursuit by the Muskies. Number 23, Jaime Martinez, first man out there, turned him back in, and Crabtree was there to help.
Well, and that's what you got to do at that outside linebacker position. He cannot get to the outside on you, right? If you don't make the play, which that's the ideal, make the play. But if you don't make the play, then you want to do what Jaime did there, which is force him back into your fellow teammates so they can rally up and make the play.
3rd and 8 for Cedar Falls. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Tight end in motion. Jacobson throws the seam to the tight end who drops it. And that's number 87, William Lynch, another 6'4", 230-pound receiver here for the Tigers. He drops that, so they'll make it 4th and 8 now.
Well, and dollars to donuts, Coach Mueller's over there yelling, telling people they got to compete. Keep competing. Keep competing.
And now they're going to go for it on 4th down. This would be a 43-yard field goal.
Wet conditions.
Wet conditions. His season long is 42, but that was in the dome in Cedar Falls. Jacobson in the shotgun. Fakes the quarterback draw. Throws it outside to Jansen, who just ran an out route just past the sticks, and that'll be a 1st down.
Smart. Well, that's what you coach the kids to do, right? Like right there, you catch the ball, you're probably going to get knocked out straight away. Run that route deep enough for the 1st down. In high school, it's so frustrating the number of times you have a kid that runs that route 3 yards shorter than that, and you don't get the 1st down. So smart play by that kid. Muskie's playing with cover 3. That's a tough bill for that corner. He cannot get beat deep. He's got to rally up and take that out route away.
So Jansen converts for 1st down. It's now 1st and 10 from the 19. Give us to Ernst. It's a nice block from Sorensen, and now another good block from Campbell. It's a race to the pylon, and Ernst is going to get there. Touchdown, Carter Ernst. 19-yard run. Got some good blocks downfield there, Ben.
He really did. The first half of that play is all him. Great job getting to the edge, making somebody miss. But then to make that into a touchdown required a tremendous block out there on the edge by his wide receiver. He got that block, and that allowed him to get in the end zone. So
with 7.4 seconds to go in the first quarter, The Tigers looking to make it 28-0 as Holstein comes on for the extra point. That kick is up, and it's good. So it's 28-0. We'll take a fast break here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network as the Muscatine Muskies trail Cedar Falls 28-0 on this Muskie homecoming evening as Holstein kicks off for the Tigers. That one's going to find the brand new purple and gold end zone and be a touchback as this Muskie offense looks to get things rolling here on their 5th possession of the first half.
Well, and Joel, you talked about it in your opening segment there. You know, we have not made Cedar Falls drive down the field. We've given them good field position every single time they've had the ball, and they've turned it into 4 touchdowns. Got to get this field flipped, either through scoring some points or at least putting a drive together and getting that ball down to their 20.
Here's the give to Kozad, who breaks a tackle. Again, though, having to break a tackle 2 yards in the backfield, but is able to scratch and claw and get a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 now for the Muskies, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So we'll step away, and we'll have some second quarter action here for you on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's Muskie Football.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds. Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people. Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness and sell more inventory, or maybe you want to book more appointments, or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic. Whatever your goals are, Pearl City Media will listen and create a strategic campaign focused on helping you reach those goals. We handle all the strategy, planning, execution.
And welcome back. It's the beginning of the second quarter. I'm Joel Kraushaar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's 2nd and 7 for the Muskies as Batty keeps it, able to gain a yard. But Ben unable to stay out of this 3rd and long down are the Muskies tonight.
Yeah, we got to see the boys in purple up there in the front have got to dig in a little bit here and give their running backs and their quarterback a little bit of help.
So a little bit quicker tempo for the Muskies here as Batty gets the formation set. Two receivers left, 2 receivers right. Batty back to pass, throws it underneath. That's Henry who's got the catch, and he'll have the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch by the Muskies there. And I tell you, just as we speak about it, a little bit better protection by the offensive line. Cedar Falls rushed their 3 down linemen, brought another guy with them. I guess brought the 4th down lineman as well. Good job by the Muskies to keep the pressure out of there, and that allowed Batty to make the completion.
And a good adjustment there, too. The Muskies threw an interception on a seam route earlier, and that time attacked those deep dropping linebackers with the crossing route underneath.
Now here's empty set again. Going to bring Ty across. Oh, try to do a little shuttle. Oof.
That should be an incomplete pass, shouldn't it? Attempting the shovel pass, but they're going to rule it a fumble. And that'll be a big loss on first down for the Muskies. I don't see any coaches
protest,
arguing
yeah.
it too much.
I wonder if he ran behind him then. Or it was actually just a handoff instead of a shuttle.
So 2nd and 21. Batty rolls right. Throws it on the sideline. That's going to be complete. Good catch by Henry. Get a chunk of that back. I'll make it 3rd and long.
Well, not only does Paul make a nice catch there, but what I really like, Joel, is he continues to work back towards the quarterback. You know, he ran a deeper route than that, was not open, continued to work back, coming closer and closer to Batty, finally getting himself in an open position. Batty's able to throw the ball, and you get something out of that and bring up a manageable 3rd and long.
And good protection on that, obviously moving the launch point of the quarterback, but he wasn't pressured. Batty back to pass. Finds Henry on the screen, but just heads-up defense from the Tigers. We have a flag on the play, though, on the far side of the field.
Well, it's interesting, too, there on that empty set. So when we say empty set, we're saying Muscatine's got 5 receivers out in the formation, just the quarterback in the backfield. Cedar Falls feels like they're getting enough pressure with their front 4. They're just bringing the front 4. They're dropping 7 into coverage and just trying to make those passing lanes tough to get to.
And the illegal formation called against the Muskies, and Cedar Falls will decline that, and that'll make it 4th and 11. So the punt team now on again for the Muskies. Campbell back deep for the Tigers. And every punt has been strongly contested here. Batty's able to angle that. Good kick.
Really nice
and that's
punt. Ball's on the ground. Hey!
And that might be Muskie Ball.
It is Muskie Ball.
And Paul Henry, Johnny on the spot, gets the muff. What a kick by Batty. That thing bananaed back in from the sideline. And I don't think Campbell was expecting it to come up on him that quickly.
No, and Paul Henry did a nice job there of being able to slide in and actually makes contact onto the Cedar Falls Tiger kid, preventing him from sort of scrambling up to the ball, and then just grabs it up. Great individual effort by Paul there.
So the Muskies catch a break, get the turnover, and now it is 1st and 10 from inside the Cedar Falls 30.
Little chair route.
Again, Henry working back to the quarterback. Pitch and catch on 1st down for a short gain.
Boy, his huddle highlights are just going to be this series. Just put it all in one. Just keep no edits necessary.
As the Muskies looking to get their offensive play in, it's Keener, Lane, and Henry are the 3 receivers. Raker at tight end. And Kozad in the backfield. The give is to Kozad. He tries to bounce it out, cuts up. He's going to have a short gain. Like a 3rd and about 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's great individual effort by Ty there, but you can only run through so many of those white shirts before they're going to get you.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Muskies. A little bit more zip in the offensive step this series, even with having to punt. That turnover has activated the Muskie body language a little bit. Low snap. Batty picks it up.
Uh-oh.
And now he fumbles it. And now it's a big loss for the Muskies on 3rd down.
Yeah, Batty's just had a little bit of trouble tonight with holding on to the ball. He, low snap, as you said initially, puts the ball on the deck, and then rolling out, does a nice job keeping his composure, and then just lost the handles there, and then it was all over at that point.
Punt team back on for the Muskies. Looking for an opportunity here, though, to flip the field position.
Let's snap it.
The ball was made ready for play as the Tigers trying to get set up.
Oh, no.
We're faking it.
Nice.
The throw is to Henry, and that is going to be batted down.
I love the fake call. You just the snap has to get there. I don't think the fake call intended a two hopper to the quarterback there. I think it's a good call by Coach Hawkins. Let's try to get something going here in this position, but ball's got to get back to him.
So I'll make it 1st and 10 from the Cedar Falls 44-yard line as the Tiger offense will take the field with just under 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. First National Bank of Muscatine bringing you Muskie Football all season long. And the First National Bank of Muscatine Red Zone will be with you all season. Saw Amber Schulte from First National going over the edge today. Large community supporters and community support for our big brothers and big sisters in Special Olympics today.
Well, that was almost a fumble.
There's a false start. Illegal snap.
Well, the right guard moved first.
Puts the ball back to
And I think him jumping just caused the center to slowly fall, yeah. The dominoes were going after that.
It's definitely not that level, but our first YSF game a few weeks ago, I think you might have been there, Ben. The official, your father, blowing the ball ready for play, all of our guys were just jumping. Our offensive linemen, they were hearing that whistle thinking that meant go. So not the same, but it happens at all levels, these jumps.
A little confusion out there by the defense. Good shift.
Jacobson looking to pass, throws it out to Campbell. Campbell forced out of bounds by Braden Lane, giving them a 2nd and 4 now.
To the 50-yard line. He's brought down by number 21, Braden Lane.
Jacobson throws a nice ball.
2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Ryan Fink checks into the ball game. One of the shorter receivers at 6'1" for Cedar Falls. Sorensen in motion. Here's the give to Ernst, and he is met and hip tossed down. That's number 43, Jacob Novak.
Yeah, nice
with
play.
A big play.
Nice play by Jacob there, coming up, filling his gap, getting his hands on the man, and taking care of business.
A loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5 now for Cedar Falls. Some confusion now formationally.
Yeah. Trips into the boundaries here. This is probably going to be a run, it feels like.
Now Campbell motions to balance it out.
Okay, then they bring him across.
Swing pass. This is Keeler. And he is going to be close to the first down. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot him a yard short. I think that's the right spot. So it'll be 4th and 1 now.
A lot of calls of key the ball out there, Joel, meaning those D linemen need to have their eyes on the ball and not jump off.
4th and 1. Last time they had this situation, we saw the quarterback sneak. Sorensen in motion.
Looks like it again, no? Deep
They're
handoff.
Give it. That's to Keeler, and he drops his shoulder, and he gets 7 on 4th and 1. And that'll be a first down. Little power O there. Brought the guard around. Martinez with the tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Muskie 40. I always think it's a little bit of a gamble to be pulling, get your guards pulling in those short yardage situations.
Well, and I don't love the deep handoff either. You know, you need a yard. You're starting 7 yards deep. I know you're getting the momentum going forward, but you get a little penetration, and it's big trouble in Little China.
Sorensen in motion. Play action pass. As Jacobson now looks to scramble, he just flicks it out of bounds, throwing it away with nobody open downfield. There's a flag on the far side.
Well, Muskie's got a little lucky there. Number 7 was pretty wide open. Big number 7 was wide open in the middle of the field, and Jacobson just could not find him.
We'll see what this foul is. It's thrown by so we have an eligible receiver downfield. Must have been a covered up player. And so that will be a loss of 5 yards on first down, making it 1st and 15.
Receiver downfield, the loss of
So that is a loss of down, so that will make it now 2nd and 15. I formation. Tight end now shuffles across.
Pressure coming off the edge for the Muskies.
Here's a toss to Keeler. Novak scrapes down the line, was able to make the tackle. Miraculously avoid the ever-dreaded horse collar tackle.
Boy, it sure felt like Mason Crosby was getting kind of held out there. He was being railroaded away from that play, and it's a tough one.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 now. As Hutchison makes an adjustment. Sorensen in motion. Play action again. Now Hutchison's looking just to boot. He was running that the whole way. First down.
And that's one of the issues there. You know, you slant your defensive front, so you're putting one of your bigger defensive tackles in that 3-4. We'll talk about this a little later, but you got a little bit of a bigger body there. You're slanting him to the outside. Then that athletic quarterback's just got to get by him, and he's got some daylight, especially if, at this point, Muskie's going to be real nervous. We're going to be running with those receivers not to give up the big play. It's a nice play call there.
And Jacobson, the leading rusher from his quarterback position, which is pretty unique since they're not an option team. Jacobson, deep handoff, a great play there by Ty Kozad from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, great job coming through the line on the blitz, having his eyes up, identifying where's the play going, where's the ball carrier, and come up making the tackle. Nice job by Ty.
2nd down and 15 from the 20-yard line.
So 2nd and 15, under 5 to go in the first half.
From the 30-yard line.
Bickford Senior Living bringing you Muskie Football, along with Riots and Rebelle Salon.
Interesting sub here for Cedar Falls, bringing the big boy out, bringing the smaller receiver in.
Campbell out wide left. High snap. Jacobson catches it. Finds his tight end, who lowers the boom, and then is going to draw a foul on the sideline. That's William Lynch. I don't know what are they saying a late hit? Is that what they're calling? Because it looked like he was engaged with him prior to going out of bounds. And they are going to call a personal foul against the Muskies. Because I didn't get as good of a look at that as I thought I did.
Yeah, I didn't either. Nice little 3-route combo by the Cedar Falls Tigers there. You got a guy out in the shallow, guy running about 10 to 11 yards deep, and then a guy going deep over the top. That's tough for those cover 3s to cover because you've got a guy in the flat, you got a guy deep, but you just end up being one guy short. They take the pass out in the flat and turn it upfield and get a nice little play out of it.
So that's a first down on the reception by Lynch. Then the penalty will move it half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and goal from the Muskies 7-yard line. There's the give to Keeler. So now 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Martinez with the tackle.
3-yard line will be 2nd and goal.
There's a lot of options for the Cedar Falls offense, Ben.
Yeah, when you got athletes and you got strong kids, tall kids, gives you a lot of play calls look really good.
I formation, Lynch in motion. This is the toss to Keeler, and he drops his shoulder and gets in for the touchdown.
Yeah, nice job there of Luke Hardy of seeing it and coming up, but just couldn't match Keeler on the power, and he was able to kind of walk him back in.
Jacob Keeler, the 6-foot, 165-pound running back. Make it 34-0, and Jake Holstein will come in for the extra point. High snap. Hold gets it down. And the kick is good, so that'll make it 35-0. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more first half action of homecoming night for the Muscatine Muskies.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fat. Check out meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
I can feel it. His expectation.
You should have listened to that one little feeling.
Gotta wonder what's next.
This is our only chance. The world needs him.
I think I might have just pulled this off.
Really?
Am I interrupting?
Please enjoy.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar along with Ben Nietzel, my partner, as the Cedar Falls Tigers now lead the Muskies 35-0 here to go with 3:43 to go in the second quarter. And that kick will carry to the end zone, and it will be a touchback as the Muskie offense looks to take the field. The Muskies had an opportunity that last offensive drive off the muffed punt. They got the ball in Cedar Falls territory, but then it was just unfortunate lost yardage from that point, Ben.
Yeah, slick ball coming out of Batty's hands really just put him in a bad pinch. It's too bad. We're looking good, got some momentum. Great little series by Paul Henry last series. We'll see if they try to get him involved early here.
So Batty gets the snap. Looks to pass. That pass is incomplete. Nolan Raker, the intended receiver. You'll notice the clock does continue to run as we are in a continuous clock situation in the state of Iowa with a 35-point lead.
I like the play call there, a little play action, try to get your big target receiver to open in the middle. You want to see a little bit more of a sell by your running back there. I felt like he kind of came up and stopped and didn't go, and you've got to really, as a running back, get low, pretend like you got the ball and just go trucking through the line.
And the Muskies call timeout. So we'll take another short break, and we'll be back with more Muskie football.
Arty's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine.
It's a little different than...
Welcome back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. 2nd and 10 for the Muskies. That's Landon Batty.
Oh, he's
Fires
open.
it out, finds Henry. He's close to the sticks. And that'll make it a 3rd and short. And actually, based off the spot, that's going to be a Muskie first down. First down call from the White Hat, and now the chains will move.
A lot of confusion here with the clock running.
Yeah. Official got a little sidetracked.
But that's great. You want to see that confidence builder from Batty. Nice little route there by Henry. Runs off the cover 3, comes right back.
Little double move. And now Batty tries to throw the comeback. You can see he and Henry very comfortable together.
Yeah, the problem there is, so with the defense you've got Cedar Falls running, those corners are bailing well. You can see that corner got all the way to about 30 yards deep there. But the longer that route takes, the more time you're going to give for those outside linebackers to get out wide and get into the flats, and that's what kind of tripped up Henry there.
Henry comes across. His Batty now scrambles. Batty able to maybe get a yard or two on the scramble. Good coverage downfield from Cedar Falls.
It'll be third down.
And so the Muskie offense will have it 3rd and 8 from the Muskie 32-yard line.
Cedar Falls showing pressure. We'll see
Lane in motion.
Oh.
Catch by Nolan Raker, and that'll be a first down for the Muskies. Under 2 minutes to play here in the half.
The highlight of that is that Batty is not going out on the meat wagon. I mean, the Cedar Falls ran a linebacker in late, untouched, and I thought it was going to be KO City.
That pass is incomplete.
O-line did a nice job that last play to get a hand on that kid and prevent Batty from getting smoked. Batty stays in the pocket, which he's done a great job of all year.
Yeah.
Makes a nice pass for the first down.
That pass falls incomplete. Clock continues to run as it's 2nd and 10. Under 1:30 to play here in the second quarter. Batty back to pass. And that not so lucky as number 92, the defensive end, Jaden King with the tackle, with the sack.
Nice individual effort there by the DN for Cedar Falls Tigers.
Under a minute to play here. It's 3rd and long now for the Muskies.
And that's where the O-line just kind of jogs back to the huddle real quick and hopes he can't figure out who was supposed to block him.
Stack receiver look for the Muskies. Unfortunately for the lineman, the tape doesn't lie. As Batty drops back. Throws it up for grabs, and Henry makes the catch.
Yeah. Going to bring up a long 4th down. That's a great individual effort by number 2, Paul Henry there. It was easier to hide that stuff in the 90s, Joel, when all the film looked like the Zapruder film.
That's fair. I don't know. We didn't watch a ton of film because we didn't have it. It took too much work to cut the tape, literally. Batty finds Raker, tips it, and that's intercepted. And now it's a Caleb Rasty who's trying to race down the Cedar Falls sideline. And Ty Kozad able to make the tackle, and that's going to expire. We have a flag on the play, however.
Well, and that's one of those they always talk about. That's going to go into the interception column for Batty, but that's not his fault. That was a nice pass. Raker, I know, was pounding the ground. He'd love to have that one back, just couldn't haul it in. But nice play on the deflection by the Cedar Falls Tigers to catch it.
The flag is against the Muskies. And it's a 5-yard face mask penalty. Is that technically a change of possession defensive penalty now? So the half can't end on a defensive penalty?
I think that is correct. Somebody's going to have to tell the cheerleaders.
It's a little confusing, especially with our PA announcer just announced it was the end of the half. But it was a change of possession, so therefore the half cannot end, a quarter cannot end on a defensive penalty. So we will have one untimed down.
And that is unfortunate. You might want to think about a little timeout here just to get yourself squared away. Little cloud coverage, got the free safety way back about 30 yards, hoping for nothing too terrible.
Corners are lined up about 15 yards deep. Campbell in motion. Option look from Hutchison, or from Jacobson, and now there's a flag. That option pitch to Campbell, and he is out of bounds. And this is going to be a hold against Cedar Falls, and that will be the end of the half because of
no, it's on the Muskies.
Hold on the defense.
Boy, you don't see that very often unless you're in Clinton.
No.
Still.
No, it's a defensive penalty.
Unless he's pointing the wrong way.
Well, both teams seem to have been dismissed by the officials. I don't know. This is a lot of discussion going on here. It's an uncomfortable amount of discussion. I haven't seen.
Somebody's going to have to call Hupie and Abraham to sort through all the legalese on this deal. I don't know.
And now they're retiring the game ball, so I think that's a good signal that it is halftime. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with our Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show.
RIVO has expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
It's National Public Power Week, but we celebrate more than just power because MPW is 3 utilities with one focus: you. Not-for-profit municipal utility customers enjoy high reliability, low rates, local control, and community investment. It's also National Customer Service Week, making it even more important because delivering excellent customer experiences is just as important as delivering reliable, low-cost services.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At first.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar. It's the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show as the homecoming court being introduced here at halftime as it's homecoming week here for Muscatine. Homecoming king, Spencer Kilburn. And then, was it Paige Mathias? I don't have my sheet in front of me. Paige Mathias, the homecoming queen. I just panicked there. I thought I knew that, but I just, again. It's been shell-shocked first half, even for the broadcast crew here, as the Muskies trail 35-0. And Ben, it's not what you draw up for the first half so far.
No, Joel, I think that's a real fair statement. I don't think anybody really had on their sheet. Let's go into half 35-0 down. You know, as you talked about your keys of the game early on, it was going to be about field position. Muskies did not do a good job of getting Cedar Falls into a disadvantageous field position. We were giving the ball on our side of the field 4 times. They turned that into 4 touchdowns, and all of a sudden it's 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. That's pretty tough to come back from. A little bit better job holding our own there in the second quarter. A couple drives to get some first downs, got some drives, changed some field position, able to hold Cedar Falls really to just the 1 score, but the damage was already done by that point.
And we'll talk a little bit more as the Muscatine defense has shown some bright spots. I know you want to talk about that a little bit more, but right now, let's enjoy halftime from the Mighty Muskie Marching Band.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our cut quality center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We hope you enjoy Kings and Queens. And we are back from a brief commercial break. And at halftime at this homecoming evening features the Muscatine Muskie Dance Team. And we are back. Joel Kraushaar and Ben Nietzel with you here on the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show. Ben, you know, we've had so far in this game 35-0, but the Muskie defense has shown some bright spots. I know you have put together some notes for us, kind of some of the philosophy of this Muscatine defense.
Yeah, well, I try to do a little bit of something special here for you, Joel, tonight.
This is
see how it goes.
The Nits Blitz.
Yeah, so we just want to highlight a little bit of, some of the X's and O's here of football and what we're doing out there. So tonight I just want to talk a little bit about the 3-4 defense and specifically this is what we're running in Muscatine here, and so kind of filling our viewers maybe that aren't familiar with what we've got going on. So 3-4 defense is evolved from the 52 defense. When we talk about football defenses, you're always talking about the defensive lineman first, linebacker second. So 3-4, you got 3 defensive linemen, as you can see here, 4 linebackers stacked in behind him. Bud Wilkinson of the University of Oklahoma is credited in the 1940s with sort of pioneering the 3-4 defense. I don't know about you, you're a little younger than me. For me, 3-4 defense really came into my purview. 1990s Florida Seminoles, some of their tremendous players, tons of athleticism, tons of speed. And so that's where I kind of first noticed it. Now, we switched over to this here a few years ago. We'll talk a little bit about why that is. When you're running the 3-4 defense, again, you're going to have 3 down linemen. You're going to have bigger players up front. Most important position in 3-4 defense, bar none, is that going to be that nose guard, You can see on your screen there it's listed as the T. That's going to be your most important player because that guy has got to take and get double teamed. So you want him slanting hard into either side of the center and forcing both the center and at least one guard to guard him. If that's happening, you're going to be very successful. If he's getting manned up by one other guy, it could be a long night. It's also nice in high school, sometimes you don't always have all those big linemen. So what the 3-4 allows you to do is have 4 linebackers. A lot of times you get more of these hybrid type kids you can play there. And so the second most important position in my mind is going to be those outside linebackers. You need kids that are big enough they can rush the passer, come up and play the run, but also have the athleticism to be able to drop into the route. And so when you're talking about the defensive, the 3-4 defense, some of the pros, again, like I talked about, less linemen. So if you don't have a lot of linemen in your program, which when you're not recruiting in high school, some years you got a lot of big boys that can play and sometimes you don't. This is a great defense for you. A lot of hidden pressures, which we'll talk about here in just a second. And then it's really good against a passing offense. When, so much in the last 10 years you've had teams that are taking, even in the last 15 years, and it kind of pioneered here in Muscatine under Johnny. You had teams start putting 3-4 receivers out into the formation, spread out wide. Defenses needed a way to react to that. It was no longer one tight end, 2 tight ends, 2 guys in the backfield. How do you deal that? The 3-4 really helps you that. On the downside, running 3-4, sometimes you're going to notice you got a lot of holes up front. You take a look there at your screen. You got a lot of places for the defense to be able to run in. So you got to be very athletic. You got to get pressure without over penetrating. If your guys are going too far upfield, again, you're going to create a lot of gaps. And then it's hard to force, because you're balanced, it's hard to force the offense one way or another. Sometimes in that forefront, you can overload or stack some gaps and really force the offense to run the way you can't, that you don't want them to, or excuse me, the way you want them to. Can't really do that in a balanced 3-4 defense. So if we take a look here, this is pretty standard. A lot of times that 3-4, what we're going to try to do is we're always going to be bringing at least one linebacker, right? So we're going to rush 4 guys, not just the 3 linemen, but we can bring them for different results. A lot of times you're going to see the outside rusher. You can see here on your screen that outside guy is going to come from the outside. So your front 3 are slanting to what would be the defensive right, the offensive left, and then you're going to bring that outside linebacker in pressure. Meanwhile, behind him, you can play some cover 4, some cover 2. You can see the 4 defensive backs dropping. Your linebacker on the opposite side of the blitz is going to be able to get on the flat, and then your inside linebacker on his side is going to drop, hook to curl, and then widen out to the flat, as you can see there from the J linebacker on your screen. What I really love about the 3-4 defense, what Muscatine try to do is you can get some really great blitz packages and blitzes without having to rush more than 4 guys. You take a look here, well, we're telling a guy in this particular blitz, that nose guard represented by the triangle with the T, his job is to go hard across the center's face, pull that center with him, and smash in that left guard. That's going to get that left guard's attention. No matter where that left guard's supposed to block, you run into that kid, he's going to lock onto you. Meanwhile, your end, on what you'll see there, the left side, his job is to attack hard on that left tackle's outside edge, and that's going to force that left tackle to split out and get him, or that kid's going to run free to the quarterback. Finally, you're going to take that outside linebacker, represented by the W triangle there, and he's going to slam hard in. And if you've run this correctly, you know how the left guard and left center with the nose guard, you got that left tackle splintered out wide trying to take care of that end and not get rushed by. That should be a wide open blitz for the Willie. You've now created a mismatch where you should have a linebacker running free. You're only blitzing 4 guys. You've still got 7 guys to be able to drop in coverage. If you want, you're able to bring more guys, more pressure. And so bring a 5th guy, that's just like a forefront rushing 1 linebacker. So a lot of flexibility, ability to disguise where you're coming from, and ability to get mismatches even with only 4 men running pressure. You can also run this defense very well if you get a tight end. You've seen a little bit of that tonight. Sometimes you'll bring that outside linebacker, as you can see represented by the S triangle here, will come up and overhang that tight end just to try to cut down some of those gaps. You can play some games here. You'll notice I've got the strong safety rolling up. He's going to be an additional run support defender, also responsible for the flat. Your free safety's going to roll the top end to cover 3. That's what Muscatine's playing tonight. So we're taking those corners, dropping them deep. That free safety's got a deep third as well. And then you get an extra guy in the box to try to take away that run. You don't have to bring that safety up. You can leave him back and run some games. Again, run some X blitzes with those inside guys. But it just gives you a lot of flexibility. If you don't have as many big players on the front line, if you want to be able to get out into the pass coverage, you can theoretically drop 8, although you don't see that very often in high school. And really, probably the best part of this defense is your ability to bring disguise blitzes, right? Any of those 4 linebackers can come in and blitz. They can blitz, like what we call a little X scheme, where they go opposite of what their defensive lineman in front of them is doing. You can try to pull some linemen apart and come through. Just gives you a lot of flexibility when you can run it well. And you get some of those guys can be flying around as a pretty exciting defense. really fun to watch, create some opportunities, some turnovers, and get you some big hits. So, that's what we're running here schematically for the Muskies. We've done for about the last probably 7-8 years. Again, as kind of a change and a way to deal with these high passing offenses, these teams that want to split you out with 4 receivers and still retain some agency to be able to do what we want to do. We don't ever want to be beholden to what the offense allows us to do. We want to do things to them, and that's a real advantage of the 3-4. So, as you're kind of watching this game here in the second half, take a look for that blitzing linebacker. It can be any of those 4 guys. Look for some of those X stunts where the defensive lineman might go one way, the running back X's off him, goes the other way, and see if the Muskies can get something going with that defensively.
Yeah, that's great insight there from you, Ben. And my first encounter with the 3-4 was that's what we ran at Morningside when I was a student assistant there. And I coached the nose tackles. That was my only job, was to make sure that player, as you mentioned, so important. Dick LeBeau, with the Steelers also. That's kind of the high, one of the highest levels 3-4 defenses. It's fun to watch, and now hopefully our viewers now see some of the things that you see up here, and they can watch the second half a little bit more closely. That was the Nits Blitz, and we're going to take another quick break here. It's halftime on the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds. Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people. Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness and sell more inventory. Or maybe you want to book more appointments. Or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic. Whatever your goals are, Pearl City Media will listen and create a strategic campaign focused on helping you reach those goals. We handle all the strategy, planning, execution, and will update you on the results of the campaign while constantly evaluating the effectiveness of your campaign. So what are you waiting for? Send Pearl City Media a message and start improving your marketing today.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fat. Check out meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
I can feel it. This expectation.
You should have listened to that one little feeling.
Gotta wonder what's next.
This is our only chance. The world needs him.
I think I might have just pulled this off.
Really?
Am I interrupting?
Please enjoy.
Enjoy your free preview this weekend. Then call us to order.
Arty's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
RIVO has expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve.
And welcome back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar. It's the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show. We're about 2 minutes away from the second half. Starting here as the Muskie team trails Cedar Falls 35-0. We will have a continuous clock until that 35-point deficit is erased by the Muskies. The Muskies will kick off to begin this second half. And the Muscatine Muskies looking to try to chip away at this lead. And we'll be back after another short break. My partner Ben Nietzel and I will be here to call the second half here on Pearl City Media's halftime show presented by Muscatine Lawn and Power.
It's National Public Power Week, but we celebrate more than just power because MPW is 3 utilities with one focus: you. Not-for-profit municipal utility customers enjoy high reliability, low rates, local control, and community investment. It's also National Customer Service Week, making it even more important because delivering excellent customer experiences is just as important as delivering reliable, low-cost services.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And we're back at Muscatine Community Stadium, newly renovated. It's homecoming as the Muskies trail Cedar Falls 35-0. Thank you to everyone who came out to the Muskie parade last night. That was a great event. Just so much tradition. And Discover Muscatine was here every step of the way. Don't forget to watch Your Way on the Discover Muscatine Facebook page. You can follow on YouTube and Twitter as well, or go trusty old discovermuscatine.com, your latest for news and live broadcasts. And the Muscatine Power and Water Cable Channel 3, another great place to watch Muskie football, as Parker Green will kick off to start this second half for Muscatine. Back deep for the Tigers are Trey Campbell and Jansen. Green. That kick will find Campbell at the 5. He looks for a seam. He's got one. Parker Green able to make the potential touchdown saving tackle as the Tigers will take over at the 39-yard line. Our fan cam all season long brought to you by Arty's Ice Cream and Grill and our First National Bank of Muscatine Red Zone. So 1st and 10 for Cedar Falls as they have a 35-point lead. Jacobson under center. He gives this to Keener. Actually, no. Jacobson has relinquished the play calling to Gavin Steege, number 14. And Michael with the carry. And that'll make it 2nd and 7. Big defensive series here, Ben, for the Muskies.
Well, if you're going to get something going, you got to get it going now.
Steege under center. There's the toss. Again, toss to Jacob Michael, and the Muskie defense strings that out.
Yeah, really nice play by Ty Kozad coming up there making the tackle. Late flag.
Holding against the Tigers. And that's a big one because they're going to call that 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so that'll now make it 2nd and a long way. That's the technical term for it, a long way. 17 to be exact.
So watch, like we talked about at halftime, Joel, we're going to see a blitz by the left side linebacker for the Muskies. Kozad coming off the he'll dart inside. His tackle will go outside.
Here's the toss to the receiver in motion, who now cuts it back. And the Muskie pursuit able to cut it down to a 3-yard gain. But there was some of that penetration you were talking about that it can create some cutback lanes as Ryan Fink tried to make something happen.
Yeah, you really want those D linemen to really stay heel depth because if you get upfield and you don't make the play, where you were turns into a hole. So if somebody was there, now you're no longer there.
So 3rd and 14 now for Cedar Falls. The first possession of the second half.
Little late adjustment by the Muskies.
Now option look from Steege, and he is tackled. That was Crabtree able to grab an ankle.
Nice job by Crabtree. Love how that kid ran that option, though. As a quarterback, you've really got to commit, plant that foot, and come hard upfield to make that defensive end make a choice. He did a nice job of that.
So now 4th and 4, and the punt team on for Cedar Falls.
Good to see.
Crabtree goes back deep for the Muskies. We have an equipment timeout for the kicker, for the punter.
Be interesting to see if Cedar Falls burns a timeout here or what they do.
And now they send out Campbell, looks like who's the backup punter. I don't know if he has an illegal helmet or a broken helmet or what have you, but nevertheless, Campbell
had his big chance, missed it.
That punt.
Oh, fire, get out of there, boys. Good job by the Muskies.
Rolls out of bounds at the Muskie 34-yard line, or 32-yard line. So Muscatine defense holds on that first series, and the offense will take the field. See if Batty can get this passing game going here. There was some promise there in the second quarter. Paul Henry's having a day from the receiver position for the Muskies as well.
He's really did a nice job working back towards the ball, making big catches when given the opportunity.
There's the give to Kozad. Presses the hole. Tries to fight for some yards here.
That's better by the offensive line. Nice job, too, by Raker of getting in there and sealing his man and helping create that gap.
And this is the first team defensive line. Burleson and company still there up front. Second and 7 for Muscatine. Batty with the shovel to Raker. Raker has to high step a diving tackler and gets a short gain.
Well, Muscatine brought 2 pullers there from their offensive left coming down the screen towards you. Just got to get a little bit more push out of those guys. Got to get that first guy pulling up, kicking out, creating a little bit bigger hole, and get that second guy up through and engaging some linebackers.
So 3rd and 5 as the Muskies looking to convert on this first offensive possession of the second half.
Little change of coverage here, it appears, out of Cedar Falls.
Let's Eat Catering bringing you Muskie Sports. Pressure on Batty at the quarterback, and they will get the sack. That was number 92, Jaden King.
One instinct, Cedar Falls went cover 2 there, so their 2 corners are going to play up tight in the flats, try to take away some of those hitches and quick outs that you'd probably run for that 5-6 yards to try to get that first down. So interesting and good defensive call by them to get out of their cover 3 and try to take that away from the Muskies, which they were able to do.
Batty back to punt. Gets a good kickoff. Angles it out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. And it will be Tiger ball at the Cedar Falls 36.
I had to give him another 4 yards, Joel, but I don't think anybody's asking.
The Muscatine Community Y bringing you Muskie Football along with Youth Sports Foundation. As the Tiger offense takes the field, Steege at quarterback still.
Youth Sports will have their cheerleaders and football kids in action this Sunday right here on the brand new turf at Muscatine.
That is good to see. We will be, my YSF team will be in Joy, Illinois. There is the give to Michael. He's got an opening on the left side. Brought down by Lane.
Just bent it back across the play there. A little inside, outside, and got some nice blocks, and nobody home to make the play on the backside.
Michael, 5'11", 150 pounds. Steege under center. 2 receivers left. Tight end right. Here's the give to Michael. Good penetration from the Muskies there.
Well, and that's what you got to do by Evan Frankie. If you are going to penetrate as a defensive lineman, he was able to get free, nobody blocked him, then you got to make the tackle. So nice job by Evan. He got in there, eyes up, saw where the ball was, finished the tackle off. Brings up 2nd and long for the Muskies.
Beat that block from his nose tackle position. 2nd and 12 now for Cedar Falls. Steege under center, 2 receivers right. This give again to Michael, who's met in the hole. That time it's Mike Nietzel with another TFL, tackle for loss. Now 3rd and 12.
No game, 3rd and 12.
So 3rd and long here for Cedar Falls. Shotgun look for Steege. Drops back to pass. Looks to throw the post. Well defended by Braden Lane.
Yeah, really interesting. Sort of max protect there out of Cedar Falls. They kept the slot in, kept the running back in. Only had 3 guys out en route, and even one of them was late on the route. Seeing if they could just use their size. Good defensive stop by the Muskies.
So now it'll be 4th and 12. And now Holstein apparently rectified whatever helmet issue ailed him, and he's on the punt.
Are they missing a guy? Nope, there he was. He was hidden.
That's a good kick.
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that.
And that's going to be pinned down at the 1-yard line. And you said can't do that. What's the coaching point there?
Well, you know, the rule of thumb is if you catch the ball on the 10 or further, you got to catch it. If that ball is going to hit at the 10-yard line, you cannot let it roll because you end up with those situations. If it's over your head, you're standing on the 10, that ball's over your head, you're good to go unless it's an act of God to stick it at the 2, you know. But in that case, if you see that ball's coming down 10, that's why you put a guy back there. You got to catch it. Yeah, that's always our frustration as a defensive, offensive coach. Like, if we're going to put a guy back there, field the ball. If you're not going to field it, why don't we just rush 11, you know, and just get in to protect there. So, you know, inexperience, haven't had a lot of work this game, but you just, you put yourself in a real tough spot here by not catching that ball, even fair catching it.
So now the Muskies pinned back in the shadow of their own goal line. Just a quick hitter there to try to get some room to breathe.
Nice job, gutsy running there by Ty Kozad. Offensive line game, a little bit of a push, just get a little bit of breathing room, as you said. You'd like to get a little more here, but.
So now 2nd and 8 for the Muskies. A minute to go here in the third. Here's the give to Kozad, who's trying to get some space outside, finds some room. He's going to be close to that first down, and I think he's got it.
Really nice job by Raker there to seal the edge, allow Ty to get out and pick up that first down.
First down at the 13-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Muskies. .30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, continuous clock as the Tigers lead 35-0. Lane in motion, play action, and Batty finds Lane in the flat. He makes one man miss.
Well, and some nice kudos to the line there, Joel, especially that right side. Patrick Leffler, Evan Frankie, very nice job of getting their hands on those defensive linemen, keeping them out of the quarterback's face, giving them some space to throw the ball.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter as the Muskie offense looking to keep going here. Let's keep it right here, though. It is homecoming, Ben. It's a time for community and alumni to gather and be celebrated, as well as the current iteration of the Muskie football team that's on the field. But I'd like to bring up an alumnus, Alfonso Soko, who is a fantastic player in Muscatine history, was the all-time leading rusher in school history. Then Tim Nimley most recently broke his record. But Fonzie, as we all know him, goes on to the University of Northern Iowa, suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon a few years ago, but has found his way back to the college football ranks, transferring to Coe College, where he is having an absolute stellar year, Ben. 3 games, 517 yards rushing, 167 yards per game. He's got 6 touchdowns on the season. Great to see Fonzie back out doing some great things for Coe College.
Yeah, absolutely. Really proud of that young man. Enjoyed coaching him. We were really lucky. He was talented enough when he moved here to play varsity football, which usually means I don't get a chance to work with the guy. But because of eligibility rules and because of transferring here, the only option was to play him in sophomore. So I know the varsity coaches were very jealous that year that we had that guy out there running the ball for us, doing a tremendous job. But yeah, very nice to see. You see a young guy come back from an injury like that and be able to find some success at the collegiate level is really inspirational.
And a great article written by your college roommate, Matt Koss, with the Quad City Times. You can go check that out at qctimes.com. 2nd and 3 for the Muskies.
Spread here by the Muskies. 2 receivers to the lefty and right.
We're waiting for the clock to reset, and we have the clock set now. It's the fourth quarter. As we will roll on the snap here.
In the early 2000s, this was the Muskies' favorite running formation.
This is a
little screen.
And Kozad had some green.
It was
unable
set up.
To secure the catch.
It was set up. Just had to grab the catch, and then sometimes your eyes get so big, you got the blockers in front of you, and you're just thinking about how far you're going to run, and you just don't pull it down. Nice call by Coach there, though.
3rd and 3 now for Muscatine on the incompletion to Kozad. And Burleson there, he was lurking, though. He's made an impact on those screens. I don't know if that had some effect of it. Batty gets the low snap. Fires out high to Raker. And that's going to fall incomplete and make it 4th down.
Cedar Falls brought the pressure there, walked the linebacker up on the outside and just said, hey, we're bringing 5. What can you do? Pretty good protection by the Muskies.
So 4th and 3 for Muscatine, and the punt team will come on as they have the ball deep in their own territory. But for a drive that started at the half-yard line, Batty's much more excited to be punting from the 5 than he would be from the heels on the goal there.
It was a hard-fought 19.5 yards. That is fair.
Kick is contested. gets a Muskie roll. And that will settle just on the opposite side of the 50 as Cozad will down it. So it'll be Cedar Falls ball here, leading Muscatine 35-0 as we are about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's been a spirited effort here from the Muskie defense this second half.
Yeah, they definitely looked a little sharper.
Steege and the Tigers come out.
Run a little what we call doubles here. They got a tight end to the bottom of the formation.
And a good play. That's Kwitzel again.
Yeah, nice job by Kwitzel to get to heel depth, find the man, and make the tackle, not let him go.
A young man who stands out, though, for Cedar Falls, number 59, Joris van den Heuvel, the 6'7", 230-pound right tackle. I don't know if he's an exchange student or because that's a unique
Flying
name,
Dutchman there.
My Lanta, that's a tall tackle. Cozad comes off the edge, and that'll be a stop as Drew Gertis runs the ball for the Tigers. 3rd and 9 now for Cedar Falls. That was a good example of that blitz off the edge that you were talking about at halftime there, bud.
Showing it again. Top side of the formation here.
Steege gives it to Gertis, and there's Kwitzel making the tackle for loss. They'll make it 4th and 9. As the Cedar Falls punt team will take the field. Paul Henry's going back deep for the Muskies.
4th and 9.
Snap is good. That's a kick again that fortunately will roll into the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be Muskie ball at the 20-yard line. So the Muskie offense led by Landon Batty. Actually looks like Nolan Raker is in the quarterback slot here.
Call it, Joel. I know you want to say Wildcat.
Are you sure? And the play action, or the read, unable to fool anybody. And that's a tackle for a short gain.
Well, Ty's got to help him out a little bit there, too. If he doesn't give it to you, keep running. Let's not make it so obvious that, the big man's got the ball.
So Raker again at the quarterback spot. I guess the reason I didn't call it a Wildcat is because typically that's an unbalanced line, and this is not. Quarterback draw here from Nolan. And Raker out over the 25-yard line to give him 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. 6:22 to go here in the fourth quarter.
See if they have him throw the ball. Now, he's wearing double gloves. Generally, guys don't like to wear gloves to throw the ball, but if you're not used to throwing the ball,
with
you
how
may not
tacky
care.
these things are, you can throw pretty well with the gloves. Look for the Tebow jump pass there.
Yeah.
As Raker tucks it and gets the first down.
I like this innovation, though. Let's this game is over in terms of you're not putting 5 touchdowns on these guys in 5 minutes and 51 seconds. So let's try something else. Let's build towards what we've got here and see if this is something that, can be a package you put in when you need to.
So Raker will take the snap. Fakes to pass again. And gets another 3 yards. Good job up front. Getting a little bit of a push here. Well, and you mentioned, too, when you have quarterback run game, you have another hat and the blocking with the running back able to lead, Ben.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you can do some things, too, where you can have that guy run out wide and fake the pitch or just give him the pitch. I like to see him take him off the chain a little bit here. Let's see him throw the ball. I know he's coming out here. He's exhausted.
Sawyer Zek has checked into the ball game now. This Raker's going to get a little breather.
As you know, I think see what you got. Throw it.
Zek gives it to Kozad, and he's got a seam on the right side. Or that's Crabtree. And he cuts it back. No, that is Kozad. I apologize. Kozad takes it in for the touchdown. That is 63 yards for Ty Kozad.
Great job. Got to the edge, turned the Jets on, tippy-toed the sidelines a little bit, cut back inside to pass the last defender. Muskie's doing a nice job blocking downfield. Like to see the no-quit, the fight out of the Muskies there. Sets up the touchdown, stops that clock.
Now Sophia Thomas on for the extra point. Low snap, good hold. And that kick is good. Fantastic hold there by Lane. That he should get the point for that one. Great job, great kick by Thomas. And we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more action on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app. Card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Parker Green to kick off for the Muskies. The kick is taken by number 23.
Really nice job there by Xander Dayton coming down, tracking that kick the whole way. And
we've got a flag, too.
Wrap it up.
Jordan Hepner was the ball carrier. Curious to see what this flag, this is coming from all the way back. I just wonder if this is blocking the back territory, if this is personal foul against Cedar Falls. And so
you almost wonder if somebody went low there.
Yeah, it was well behind the play. I didn't see what happened. So that will be 15 yards because that was outside of the half the distance range. So that will make it 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. And that's the sort of penalty that will make a head coach blow a gasket. 1st and 13, or excuse me, 1st and 10 from the 13. Steege gives it to Michael. And now Michael's got the sideline to go across the 50, 45-40, 35-30. And he's going to break a tackle and break it for the touchdown as the Muskies give up the 87-yard touchdown run to Jacob Michael. And Daniel Adams just unable to get the angle and get Michael out of bounds. And just like that, it's 41-7 with 4:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Holstein on for the extra point. So after both teams trade long touchdown runs, the lead now back to 35, as we'll take a quick break and be back with more fourth quarter action. And welcome back. It is the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Kraushaar with Ben Nietzel. As Cedar Falls regains their 35-point lead. And that kick is going to find the end zone for the touchback. Whitehat unable to field the kick. It'll be 1st and 10 for Muscatine at the 20-yard line. Our post-game show is brought to you by Hy-Vee. We'll have that in just a few minutes, where we will have our offensive player of the game presented by Affordable Metal Manufacturing and our defensive player of the game presented by Eastern Iowa Power Washers, as well as our play of the game. Sawyer Zek at quarterback for the Muskies, the sophomore. He gives that to Kozad, another sophomore, who now breaks a few tackles. And after the 63-yard touchdown run, Kozad trying to get it rolling again with a 12-yard run on 1st down. And an injured player here for the Tigers, which is not what you want to see. This is our first injured player of the night, actually. That'll stop the clock. We'll take a quick break here while they attend to the injured player.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf.
And we are back on that was the Arty's Ice Cream and Grill fan cam, as the Muskies have it 1st and 10 from the Muscatine 32-yard line. Sawyer Zek takes the snap. He's back to pass. Shakes off the pressure, fires it out, and that is going to be incomplete with Henry as the intended receiver. But Zach did a good job of avoiding that pressure. And Zach, just the sophomore. He played the first half, actually, of our curtain raiser game. And now seeing some action here in the fourth quarter. Under 3 minutes to go. That gives us to Crabtree now, the senior running back. And he has a nice run off the outside. That will be a gain of about 8.
Nice little hustle there by Crabtree. Running hard, running downfield.
So 3rd and 4 now. As Zek in the shotgun with Crabtree in front of him. Fires it out to Henry, who has the 1st down.
Great catch.
Paul Henry's had a night. He's trying to vie for that Affordable Metal Manufacturing Offensive Player of the game. Keener in the backfield along with Crabtree. Sawyer Zek at quarterback. The give is to Crabtree.
Well, and Cedar Falls just too quick into the backfield there. Crabtree couldn't get his momentum, couldn't get his feet going, and that's never a good recipe.
He's brought down by number 46, Norton.
Norton on the tackle there for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes to play now in the fourth quarter. Hardy and Keener out left. Taking a shot deep to Henry. And pass falls incomplete.
That was almost best case scenario there when he let go of the ball. I like the taking some shots downfield, but he just into double coverage, and Henry did a nice job just to get himself inserted into that and try to break that up from the two would-be interceptors from the Tigers.
Kind of converted himself into a defensive back there. Under a minute to go here. It's 3rd down and 11. Low snap. Zek handles it. That one does sail, and that's intercepted. And then the Turf Monster gets the tackle. Mason Davis unable to keep his feet on the transition. And he goes down at the Tiger 40-yard line.
That should do it. Doubtful they're going to snap the ball again here. Clock's continuing to run on the turnover, and play clock has not been set. So looks like that's going to put this one in the books, Joel.
I agree. It's as the clock rolls down, Cedar Falls will defeat Muscatine and advance to 4-1, while the Muskies will move to 0-4. We'll be back here shortly after a quick break to break this one down, put a bow on it, and during our Hy-Vee post-game show, we'll be back shortly right after this break.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds.
Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people.
Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness and sell more inventory, or maybe you want to book more appointments, or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic.
Whatever your goals are, Pearl City Media will listen and create a strategic campaign focused on helping you reach those goals.
We handle all the strategy, planning, execution, and will update you on the results of the campaign while constantly evaluating the effectiveness of your campaign. So what are you waiting for? Send Pearl City Media a message and start improving your marketing today.
Does it really matter?
And welcome back to the homecoming post-game show presented by Hy-Vee as the Muscatine Muskies fall 42-7 to Cedar Falls. The Tigers come in and defeat the Muskies. And Ben, that was I don't want to say it's how we expected it to go, because I think we thought Muscatine could do some things, but it's a much better second half for the Muskies here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't play against, obviously, the starting quarterback, but there was quite a few starters out there for the Tigers. I think Muskies made some decent adjustments at halftime. We're able to stymie the bleeding a little bit and move the ball a little bit more, get some stops, force the Tigers into some punting situations. And again, you're trying to build on some things. You're going to get into some district play, and you want to be, firing on all cylinders. And I think there was some growth tonight, and that's what you're looking for. If you're not going to get the win, then let's get some growth.
Really a much improved performance from the Muscatine defense, and our Eastern Iowa Power Washers defensive player of the game is who tonight, Ben?
Defensive player of the game tonight is going to be Paul Henry. Really kind of give him overall, great play. We'll talk a little bit offense in a second, but I thought nice job out there making some tackles, coming up, playing some good coverages. But really just being active on the outside, and when he had an opportunity to come up there and get guys, he was able to do that. And then, like I said, kind of all around great job by him too. Some huge clutch catches on the offensive side of the ball to keep some drives. And sometimes the best defense is a good offense. You can get a couple first downs and keep your defense off the field. That's also very successful. And he was doing a really nice job there. Great job also on special teams by him. Runs down.
The punt
smashes in the Cedar Falls guy, does not allow him to grab the ball. Instead, Paul's able to grab the ball. Just a tremendous sequence there from him, offensively, defensively, special teams. So definitely our defensive player of the night tonight, Paul Henry.
And he kind of held the offense together in the pass receiving game tonight, but on the ground, our Affordable Metal Manufacturing offensive player of the game is Ty Kozad. He also had our play of the game, the 63-yard touchdown run there in the fourth quarter. He really kind of got it going a little bit offensively tonight. That was some of the better running we've seen all year. He's able to get over 100 yards for the first time this season. So Ty Kozad, our offensive player of the game, presented by Affordable Metal Manufacturing, and Paul Henry, our defensive player of the game, presented by Eastern Iowa Power Washers. That's going to do it for us tonight as the Muskies again lose on their homecoming night, 42-7. But they'll be back on the road. We hit Highway 61 the next 2 weeks, Ben. And
yep, the old Trail of Tears the next 2 weeks, Joel.
We travel up to Dubuque for back-to-back weeks as the Muskies will be playing 2 Dubuque schools in back-to-back weeks. So,
we driving or boating?
That's up to you. What do you got? We have helicopter options?
I don't think we have a helicopter, but we can go up the old lock and dam route. That'd be fine.
How long would that take us on a boat?
Is it power boat or are we canoeing?
Well, we're not Huck Finning this. We're gonna.
Well, he went down the river anyway. Let's be fair. Yeah, no, it'd be very interesting. Maybe we drive first week and second week we take the boat.
I'm up for it. We'll get it. Ooh, maybe we can get a houseboat. I don't know.
See if MacGyver's renting it out.
Oh, it's been, 2 seasons and we've had our first MacGyver reference. We'll see if we can Swiss Army knife this offense next week as the Muskies look for their first victory. We'll have it here for you on DiscoverMuscatine.com. Huge thanks again to our team at Discover Muscatine and Pearl City Media. It's been homecoming football here, and we're going to sign off. I'm Joel Kraushaar.
Ben Nietzel.
See you guys next week.
Sports.